Nasa go merere telawa, go ngai tabua, ando talita kana vararonga na Radio Fiji 1 nando maiviti.
Radio Fiji 1 nando maiviti.
Yanavanaka and good morning Fiji. In this bulletin, Hindu religious organisation slam Thambuya. Major refurbishment for Sukuna Park. A new site for Lambasa Market and bus stand.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Hindu religious leaders have expressed dismay over Social Democratic Liberal Party member Linda Thambuya's comments about Diwali. Thambuya took to Facebook raising concerns about celebrating Diwali on a Sunday and raised concern about maintaining the peace on the day. In a now deleted post, she was urging people to celebrate on Monday, which is a designated holiday. Apanisa Wangarantovo reports leaders of Hinduism have expressed disappointment, saying they did not expect this from someone holding a position in Parliament.
The president of Sanatan Dharam says Linda Thambuya should not be making irresponsible comments.
Lack of understanding about Diwali and the significance of Diwali, and also it also shows her inside out the hatred that emanates from this kind of people for other religions and other people celebrating their functions.
Prasad says he once thought of Thambuya as someone who was there for all Fijians.
I thought she was a very civilized person, but this is probably the reason why I have been hearing her name too much, in politics, especially so within the party. What we should do is to spread love, understanding, harmony, share and care.
TISI Sangam President Sadhsivan Naika says Thambuya's comment is shocking, saying this was not the first time the Festival of Light falls on a Sunday.
Diwali had been celebrated in past also on Sundays, but we never had problems. So we should keep the same momentum and celebrate the Diwali festival same way as we used to do in past.
The Arya Pratindi Sabah of Fiji also commented, saying celebration does not start until later in the evening. FBC News also asked Fijians who say there needs for the respect of other religious celebrations.
We must not discriminate the belief and religion of others in Fiji.
We should respect others just like how they respect us.
Never mind this one, Diwali is belong to Hindus. We don't mind. We just get together, celebrate, get together.
Thambuya claims that her post has been screenshot and taken out of context. And in a twist of things, this photo of Thambuya celebrating at the Hong Kong 7 some years back on a Sunday and indulging in a partying atmosphere has seen some ask whether she had changed her tune about what can and cannot be done on a Sunday. Apinisawan Gardobu, FBC News.
The Methodist Church says it never authorised the release of a statement which asked Fijians to refrain from lighting fireworks until 6 p.m. Sunday after church services finished. The now deleted statement was initially published on the Methodist Church in Fiji official Facebook page and authorised by one Reverend Alfred Rengunamanta. Church President Reverend Dr. Epineri Vakandewavosa has expressed disappointment over the post. In an interview with FBC News, Reverend Vakandewavosa says the post was made by Reverend Rengunamanta and he alone should be responsible for the statement. Reverend Vakandewavosa says every Fijian has the right to their religious festivities as in the Constitution, and this must be respected. When asked what will the church do about Reverend Rengunamanta, Vakandewavosa says they've discussed the matter with him and he will have to answer for his actions.
We have been celebrating Diwali ever since, and other celebrations as well. That is what our country upholds. We are all citizens of this country, and that is where we stand.
Rattusokuna Park in the heart of Suva City will get a makeover to provide more civic amenities. Launching the groundwork yesterday, local government minister Pramila Kumar says a modern city must have open spaces for its citizens. It isn't all about office buildings, shops and roads. The government wants Suva to set an example of how towns and cities should cater for all. There will be a new podium new furniture, walkways and the usual amenities. But none of these trees will be cut down.
We are creating another comfortable place for people to gather in the midst of downtown to take a break from work or shopping or errands.
Fijians in villages across the country are reminded that community health workers are not doctors or nurses. This has been stressed by Health Minister Dr. Ifiremi Wanganambete as most villages continue to put pressure on them with the expectation of executing roles done by qualified health professionals. Dr. Wanganambete reiterates that the workers must champion health promotion within the village and they are the focal point between the community and qualified health professionals in their respective zones.
And the prescription and the dispensing of drugs by law is actually only prescribed by a doctor and dispensed by a pharmacist. In a health center such as this, those duties are then covered by the nurse because they may not have a pharmacist. So there's a legal aspect to it.
The Lambasa Municipal Council has acquired a piece of land in Nayava, Lambasa to relocate the bus stand and the market. Minister Pramila Kumar says this will ease the congestion in the market due to lack of space. Kumar says in the new market they intend to accommodate all the rural vendors and farmers. The minister adds they intend to organise the market so that it can operate 7 days a week.
So it means that we need to look for a new design altogether so that there can be a particular user group during the daytime and then we can have a different group using the same facility at night.
Selling in the scorching sun for Nasarawanga roadside vendor in Lambasa, Mohini Devi, is now a thing of the past following the commissioning of her new roadside stall. Devi has been a roadside vendor for years and is now selling from her new cyclone-resistant roadside stall commissioned by Minister for Trade Faiz Koi on his recent visit to Lambasa. Devi says the new stall allows her to display a variety of homegrown produce for passers-by and generates enough income for her to support her family.
I'm happy that this government provided me with this new stall. I will no longer be standing out in the sun and rain. I will be able to sell my produce and make a decent income for my family.
Businesses in Singatoka town are still reeling from the effects of COVID-19 and hope sales will pick up during these last 2 festive months. FBC News visited a few shops along the Coral Coast and noted that many businesses are doubling their efforts to attract customers. Felipe Naicaso has more.
It hasn't been easy for businesses in Singatoka as sales continue to drop with less than 2 months remaining for the year to end.
Before COVID it was good, but after the COVID started, little bit it was down, but now it's more than 50% down.
With resorts slowing down from March due to the closing of borders, smaller businesses are struggling.
But for now, we've got some clients, but not that much. Like before, used to be. Like for example, I had a lot of clients from Outrigger past 3-4 years. They came in contract with me. I had a deal with the resort. But since the COVID-19 came in, all stopped.
However, the shop owners have not given up as they hope sales will pick up from this week.
Just because I think now it's festive season started. So plenty people will be for Diwali and Christmas Eve mood.
Mostly the driving school business, like it picks up when it's school holidays like that, and approaching like December, maybe the school holidays comes in, then it will be busy.
Other business owners who do not want to come on camera have stated that they will continue to push for sales as they want to contribute to rebuilding the economy. Felipe Naicaso, FBC News.
Up ahead, Naitasiri anticipates tough final. And Navo to create history in Fiji Fact.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Super Rugby veteran Sireli Lendua hopes to end his rugby career on a high, defending the Skipper Cup for the 3rd consecutive year. The stocky hooker featured for Suva in the 2018 final against Nandronga, where the capital edged the Stallions 36-35 at the ANZ Stadium. The 34-year-old represented Suva again in their successful title defence last year, beating Nandronga 34-26, also at the National Stadium. Planning to hang his boots by the end of the season, Lendua says donning the blue jersey in the finals will be an honour.
For the past 2 years, Suva has been a holder of Skipper Cup. And I think ending a rugby career on a funnel and expectation for this week is no team want to lose. Every team wants to be a winner of Skipper Cup this year.
The Naitasiri women are expecting a tough encounter against rivals Lautoka in the final of the Skipper Cup on Saturday. The two teams have met twice in the competition already, with Naitasiri coming out victors in the first clash with a 29-5 win at Rattusokuna Park. Lautoka avenged the loss in round 8 with an 18-10 win at Churchill Park. Meeting for the third time this season, Naitasiri women manager Wilisoni Nanguilevu says they're aware of the threats and capabilities of the Maroons.
The Lautoka girls, they will give it their all. We've met them twice, and they will not back down from a challenge. They are fit, they are confident rugby players, and they'll be coming to win too.
The future looks bright for the Navo Football side as it heads into its first Fiji Fact since joining the Premier Division this season. Navo has been struggling throughout the year and last week defied all odds by defeating Nasinu 7-1 in a VPL decider. The win has secured them a spot in the top grade for 2021. With the Fiji Fact next in line, Navo captain Vinny Chan says they are opting to be one of the top contenders in the tournament. Despite having a young side, Chand is confident this team will make headlines in the future.
The future looks bright, I would say, because the officials, the coach, really looked in the future of the team. While we were struggling at the bottom, we did work on that. Some of our senior players did left us. It wasn't something bad, but they left us for greener pastures. But good thing that our youngsters just came in.
Quick look at the weather map for today, Wednesday, the 11th of November. A trough of low pressure is approaching the group from the west. It is expected to direct a moist northerly wind flow over the group late on Thursday. Cloudy periods with brief showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands is to be expected. Elsewhere, fine apart from isolated afternoon or evening showers and isolated thunderstorms. And that is UFBC Morning News. Join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. Remember, in times of crisis, you need factual news that you can trust. Stop believing fake news about the COVID-19 on social media. Fight misinformation by getting only the facts about the coronavirus from verified news sources like FBC's TV, radio and digital media news. FBCnews.com.fj, keeping Fijians connected with the truth.
Hi, my name is Prashant. I live in Suva. I love Mirchi FM because Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.